100% mortgages have been back now for a couple of weeks, led by Skipton, aimed at tenants and first-time buyers. Great news for the industry. We thought we'd give it a couple of weeks before commenting, so we truly understand the product on offer. We've had a huge amount of interest from our own tenant database, as well as new buyers coming to the market that possibly wouldn't have been there before. But we thought we'd get the expert, Marc Dueck from Me Financial, on the phone to go through all the pros and cons and things you should look out for when looking at this deal. Over to you, Marc.
Hi Andy and the rest of the team at Centrick. As you know, I am Marc from Me Financial Services, and I just really wanted to cover off a little bit about the newly launched Skipton 100% mortgage deal. We've had lots and lots of inquiries about this now, which we've definitely wet our teeth on, and I just want to sort of confirm the three main areas that you need to consider, or Skipton will consider, when it comes to you applying for this as an option. Okay, so the first thing is rent. As we know, this is predominantly designed for tenants who have been paying rent and first-time buyers who have been paying rent for at least a 12-month period. So you need to have rented for at least 18 months, but have paid rent consistently without missing a payment for the last 12 months in order to qualify. Now, the figure that we use for the affordability or the qualifying assessment is an average of the last 6 months. Now, sometimes people have actually had their rent put up in the last 3 months. So if that's the case, sometimes it would be better because your average will have increased if you've had a rent increase in the last 3 months. So it's the average of the last 6 months, no matter what that might be. Now, the monthly payment at 5.49%, there's a 5-year fix, which is the interest rate currently, but the monthly payment for the mortgage cannot exceed the average of the last 6 months of that rental payment. So that's the first hurdle. The second thing is the income. So the income is capped at 4.49 times your income. So what that means is the amount you borrow cannot exceed 4.49 times the amount of usable income that Skipton would accept. And as I said, we would help you understand your income and see what you would need to qualify. Affordability does still play a part in this though. So for example, if you have loans, credit cards, car finance, things like that, it will still factor in the potential amount that you can borrow, but you cannot borrow more than 4.49 times your joint usable income. And the last thing is properties. So, contrary to popular belief, it can be a new build property. It cannot be a new build flat or apartment though, unfortunately. And obviously, as we've mentioned, it's only for first time buyers that have rented previously, as mentioned before. So, lots and lots of other areas and things like that we can talk about, but in certain circumstances, you may actually find that you have a 5% deposit and the 100% mortgage may not be an option. But as always, we are available to take any questions, so please do feel free to get in touch, but hopefully that's a bit helpful to let you know how it all works. Look forward to seeing you.
Thanks for that, Marc. Really interested, and I'm sure you'll all agree a fantastic scheme for the market. If you've got any more questions or would like further information from Marc, then please do not hesitate to get in touch on our usual channels or visit centrick.co.uk.